the missile connected, so he knew that he would...
It's going to be very tough for you to get those last hits.
Yeah, on the plus side, at least it's that time double range thing. The range
Yes.
of Ramsey's.
Yeah, very nicely played there. They had FY sitting mid trying to snipe a courier.
Anchor smash, you can try and sort of play it around. And eventually it's going to have
So I
those
think that's
spells to be able to nuke
one of the
creeps as
telltale
well.
things is when he still has a silencer. The matchup might be a little bit stronger for us in the mid lane, so let's try to give you a little bit of an advantage there. Doesn't matter if he's able to get it. He's going to go top. Try to help out Chalice. This is what I like to call the damage reduction lane. The Rubik and the Tidehunter. Throw your Fade Bolt, your Anchor Smash onto the carry. Gonna be very tough for you to get those last hits.
Yeah, on the plus side, at least it's sort of a double range lane.
Yes.
So Ramsey's for this sort of, these sort of rotations, can't do much about getting hit by.
Getting pressure a lot, only the 2 or 3 last hits right now on
and eventually he's going to have those spells to be able to nuke the creeps as well.
Yeah, he still has a silence effect. You kind of felt it would be, right? That dazzle, I think that's why they wanted to have that versus Tidehunter lane. Doesn't matter if they're still having Roger kind of chilling around the area.
Roger limits him actually towards the mid. Sort of spotted out by the ward. Still, this song is taking a lot of damage. Even if you are, we'll be able to stay alive and get some back behind the tower. These heals will throw you off getting those range rotations out.
Yeah, it's getting pressure a lot. Only the 2 or 3 last hits right now on the gyro. Starting to struggle, of course, because Roger's making those moves around the mountain. So he's just going to kind of felt loopy, right? That dazzle pick, that's why they wanted to have Nova quite a bit here. Still having Roger kind of chilling around the area.
It's just such a strong
full free farm. Importantly for
these heals,
that's the one we're looking at.
Not used to, even if you are, maybe if you're at the top of your game, these heals will throw you off getting those range heals.
Absolutely. Pasha, we see he's starting to struggle, of course, because Roger's making those moves around the map. So he's just going to look at the main stage waves. He gets chased out by X-Nova quite a bit here as this smoker.
Could be the beginning of a bit of an FY highlight reel, depending on how this
full free farm. Importantly for Ame. That's the one we're looking at. Sven is getting no pressure on him whatsoever.
As you say, they will lift back onto Solo, dragging him into the free point. He'll set up the first Solo, stepping a little too far forward. It's going to be very tough.
It's an FY Rubik. It's game 1 of the main stage. He wants the first fight.
Is able to come to the fights and really utilize the flag without being run over. Depending on how this game
doubling up the wave there nicely for Chalice. Ramsey's also farm under the tower
This is what BSJ talked about. He was worried about LGD. If they can get that gyro and Sven off to a good start, it's going to be very tough for VP to sort of hold the game off to the point where more Solo is able to come to the fights and really utilize the flag without being run over.
Doubling up the wave there nicely for Chalice, making Ramsey's also farm under the tower as
He's going to be around for the XP on that one.
Nice moves around here by FY. They get the end, building those up.
What was the plan there from FY? Just trying to double stack the creep so they push into the side on the top?
Yeah, I think he wants Chalice to be diving under Ramsey just like this, putting the pressure on, not letting him to just free farm under the tower. But he's
taking way too much damage.
The biggest loss.
He's going to head up to the tower, but he's going to be around for the XP on that one.
Having a great time, and look at that. Look at this getting in. That's a triple range
creep. What was the plan there from FY?
Just
trying to double stack the creep so they push into
VP. They should take advantage of this.
Yeah,
I think he wants to maybe Chalice to be diving under Ramsey just like this. You try to set up pressure on not letting him push free farm under the tower. This Tidehunter not wanting to die there, but look at this. This is not the biggest loss. Sure, Solo gets the tower there for himself. Chalice is getting a skill of Gush, but he's having a great time. And look at that. Look at this wave just yet. That's a triple range creep coming in now. That's going to be very happy Tidehunter.
He's going to get a chance to get a couple of fishes.
They should take advantage of it. I think you want to maybe rotate Roger on top, and you try to set up here to push, not let this Tidehunter get that creep wave off the tower. Look at this. This is really going to, this could actually chunk the tower down a lot for Chalice. He has a skill of Gush. He has a skill of Gush, but no damage just yet. Roger is making
PSG will got that arcane, so it's likely to get a chance to get a couple of fishes. Still trying to poke. See the opening, in they go, collapsing in onto Chalice. TPO will be coming through from the over. They're blocking the Chalice shot. That's right there with a new look around the Ramsey starts to shift. Turns towards FY, has to wait for that over the tower trees. Now Chalice still alive. PSG will be able to keep Chalice safe with the support rotation. They're still trying to poke. He's come back up. The curve is on the Chalice will still end up going down. Now VP turning their attention over to Vortex Nova. They're going to try and change for another. The Fade Bolt from FY will come out.
There's just too many creeps. They clipped the wave under the tower too, so they just continue diving forward.
Yeah, those stacked up creeps working.
He's going to be the full free farm.
Look at the mid lane. VP, they're still poking and they're still fighting. PSG is trying to come back into the room contest.
Done a great job in this matchup here. They're even trying to fix this right now.
Grab that one in the top one. Meanwhile, down bottom, does continue to get all the space in the world, enough space himself to head over and grab those two bounty.
He's at the ready. Roger's already prepared for this. He's going to be the full free farm. The other one, though, if you look at the mid lane here, and he breaks that down 31 and 10 to 18. Really done a great job in this matchup here. They're even trying to fix this right now with the gank setup. There's not a 6 yet on that gyrocopter, so no call down available. Dropping low from the cleave. careful not to is at the ready. Roger's already prepared more hits. He's actually stunned and he's can't go down here and try to catch something here. And he
sees the entire movement, sees the two supports in the river as the smoke breaks, and no one is going to be very safe and sound. A little shaky on the main stage. We saw some of those deaths from Pasha in the group stage.
Yeah,
I think all the team would have hoped that it sort of left those behind, but
he did get the drunken brawl off before the attack, so he can't go down here.
That's not good odds. Pasha getting a little shaky on the main stage. We saw some of those deaths from Pasha in the group stage. Taking that one down. All the team would have hoped that they sort of left those behind, but
he did get the drunken brawl off before the attack, so it was like a 50-50 chance, but still.
You shouldn't play for that sort of RNG. That's not good odds.
Still farming very well, as we were saying.
Yeah, Ame is, especially with that kill. This Sven lane has managed to get the courier here.
Yeah, how's their stacks looking? Looks like they're starting to prepare them both FY
they're
and
actually with the finish. I saw Roger chasing it with illusions, but
for the Sven and the gyro, both of them can benefit a lot from that. As we that's probably expect Samus though to be the one who's going to be running around more so as this gyro ganking. Still farming very well, just farming. But Ame's up to such a great start.
Especially with that
immediately start pressuring Pasha as well.
And Pasha really have to be careful.
He's doing pretty well though. Like the shared gold,
it's not
the greatest, but he's kind of starting the gyrocopter and both FY and Xnova will start to do the level 6 Brewmaster. And the gyro, both of them can has a lot of different potential he can do. Probably expect to be careful of some steals later on running around more. You can cover pretty easily with your brawler, but he can dispel the bloodlust, he can dispel the war cry, start throwing up that tire as we talked about as well.
Pasha really
be very
careful
for that VP side. He's doing pretty well though. Like the shared gold. It's not the greatest, but he's kind of tied to the gyrocopter. And actually, Tanner, so it's pretty decent. But level, almost a level 6 brew here. Not in this game. Level 6 has a lot of different potential he can do. Has to be careful of some steals later on from the Rubik.
Can he get surrounded
here? But he can
three of them are going for high ground. He has got no one by his side.
Throwing up that tire as we talked about as well. Going to be very important.
Be able to walk away.
Besides team fights.
The point shed, of course, in the grey, fully offensive. No one with a skill build at the moment.
Expected invasive. He's also queued up the book, which we also see to expect pretty much every single time on the core dazzles. The one thing is though, they do have great ways to farm that book, so I think no one does have to be careful when he has got no one by his side. Farming with these, because gyrocopter and Sven, they keep that book very easily whenever it is going to be used if it's not inside of the farming position in the jungle.
Fully offensive. No one with a skill build at the moment.
Is spotted on his warding expedition. He's also queued up the book, which we also see to expect pretty much every single time on the core dazzles. The one thing is though, they do have great ways to farm that book. So I think no one does have to be careful when he's like pushing out waves and farming with these, because gyrocopter and Sven, they eat that book very easily whenever it is going to be used if it's not inside. And this is them all bringing the attention away from Ramsey. He's able to just get all these free last hits top now, landing alone versus Chalice. In trouble. Just keeps turning into the time hunter, throwing some gushes and smashes onto him.
Should be able to slow this one down. Missiles out. Fisher block from Roger.
Very nice.
Will actually shut the play down.
You can just tell from the way they're setting up for all this. Getting all these stacks prepared. And this is them all bringing the attention away from Ramses. He's able to just get all these free last hits top now. It's not landing alone versus Chalice. Just keeps turning into the Time Hunter. They want to get on the aggressive side here. They want to make the move bottom. They see that the Rubik is farming the lane, so they're like, alright, Sven's jungling. If we have to put pressure on, don't let this Rubik just keep faithful to the way to get him all this far. Getting all these stacks prepared to surround and go for this tier 1 as we expect. Now they'll give FY to LGD. Will probably do the same on the other side of the map. Probably go for the mid tower or that skill will be the mid. And it looks like VP, they want to get on the aggressive side here. Movements coming into play. They want to make the move bottom. They see that the Rubik is farming the lane, so they're like, alright, Sven's jungling. We have to put pressure on. Don't let this Rubik just keep faithful.
Close to no one starts to poke. We'll get the wrap round if he blocks up. Kept on a high ground. There's the ult from Pasha. They're ready to run them down. They're straight away on top of the gyrocopter. Sonas. He's in trouble. They're taking him out. The rest of LGD will be able to get away, but again, Roger blocking off the entire team with that Fisher. They're even going to be able to look to chase Ame a little bit. Close to no one starts to poke. We'll get the wrap round. They've been blocked up. Kept on the high ground. There's the ult from Pasha. They're ready to run them down. They're straight away on top of the gyrocopter. Sonas. He's in trouble. They're taking him out. The rest of LGD will be able to get away, but again, Roger blocking off the entire team with that Fisher. They're even going to be able to look to chase Ame a little bit, but the split will end. They won't push it any further still, though. Great defense from VP.
Yep. Bringing Pasha there. Roger, again, being in the right place at the right time. So far, Roger on point with his Earthshaker rotations in this start, these first 10 minutes. Only level 3, as he's been forced to move around a lot, but he's got the tome. He'll be able to catch back up soon. And it looks like they're giving Somnus the tome in this one. Maybe we'll be the one taking it from his team. He probably just feels like he got set back a little bit too much versus that Dazzle. Sure, they don't have their Rubik level 6, but he'll probably be able to buy the other tome soon. Yeah, really prioritizing having that gyro off to a good start in that early game. Probably because they want to be able to farm. Like Ti9, not really that one who can run around and make plays too much early on. Sure, you have Ravage, but your gyro is that main driving force of your aggression on the LGD side until the later stages.
Sure. And even though his farm might not be great, as long as he can have Arme in the front and he's able to get out all his spells, the magical output of the gyro at this point is still something that VP have to be very wary of.
Absolutely.
You just have to make sure that they can get past Arme and get on top of Somnus. He is still vulnerable at the moment with that lack of farm that he could find in middle. Top lane, space is there, they'll take a tower. Arme's farm continues to skyrocket as he hits 6k net worth at 11 minutes in.
Looks like Ramsey's still going to be going for that Linken's first item. Probably the Linken's into the Aghanims in this game, as the panel was mentioning. Such a good Aghs game, as he has that Earthshaker on his team. But the Linken's very good versus those instant disables, in particular the Rubik.
Roger. Again, he's coming with a wraparound onto mid, looking for FY. FY has got the heal stolen.
But the poison and the Arcane Curse, he's ticking away. Goodbye.
They got him. A lot of damage over time, as you say. Those two spells, a bit of a nightmare. But for FY, at least the Ogre won't care too much. He's a little tankier, but anytime FY gets caught out by those two.
They're trying to take advantage here of the slight time that they expect the Brew ult to be down, but Brew ult's going to be back up in about 5 seconds. Pasha does have a TP. He's setting up immediately. Defense of the mid tower.
And again, Roger. He keeps blocking LGD off. They keep coming over to VP's half of the map and they can't get back to their own. Xnova's trapped. Roger himself, can he get away though with the telekinesis from FY, dragging him back into the missile combo. Stuns out Roger, he's still alive. LGD cannot get the trade kill as Arme tries to move forward, but all the damage over time is a pretty sizable heal bomb until Limpin Ramsey's looking for Arme. Arme's dead. Double Ramsey challenge. It's a 5-man Ravage, but is there the follow-up? Sticks a pop. VP, they're back up to full. They'll collapse immediately onto Somnus. They'll get themselves another chalice, will be able to escape. But VP, they are outplaying and coordinating these team fights to perfection.
Such beautiful rotation. I mean, Roger is just coming in so clutch for his team. That wraparound, again, he even gets put in the front lines, and he survives during all that. They don't have the damage because of how underfarmed the gyro is. Look at Maybe in the game. He's bottom 5 net worth. They don't have the damage for when he's in there.
And that's the second time that LGD's fallen for it. They're sending 3 heroes over the river, and it's as if they're forgetting that there's a shaker in the game.
Such beautiful plays there by Roger. And yeah, like we said, too tanky for him to even go on. Ramses turns into the Morphling there, or turns into the Gyrocopter. Sure, they get double stunned, but at this moment in time, they're way too strong.
It's a bad call from LGD to try and stick around for the fight. They feel confident because they have the Ravage. But at that point, Arme's already dead. There's no way for them to follow it up.
He's not ready to fight just yet. I mean, he's got the Phase, he's got the Midas, he pretty much has the Echo Saber now finished, but it's a lot of ways to control him, as we said, from that side of VP. This early game aggression coming from this Dazzle, from this Brewmaster, from this Earthshaker seems to be a bit too much for LGD to take right now.
I mean, if LGD want to fight, they've got to do it when they know there's no split. They know there's no global. This is that little bit of an opportunity, but it is hard because Chalice chose to try and commit to that last fight with the Ravage.
And we saw too, right? Like right when the Ravage went off, we saw Solo pops the global before he gets hit by it. So there's no follow-up. Even though in that instance there probably wasn't.
There was like no one around anyway.
But yeah, just you see what the plan is, why they wanted that silencer.
Still, the net worth very close due to the fact that Arme, even though it was taken out, was able to get back onto the map, and with that Midas finished Echo Saber, he can keep that farm pace up very high. The gap is being closed between himself and Nolan and Ramses. It's both the Morph and Dazzle race to get on par with the Sven's farm. And if VP are able to start to gear up and push around this Dazzle and his Necro book, getting those towers, that net worth will swing even further in VP's favor.
I mean, the Necro won, and then he's already queued up the mech. He's going straight for mech, trying to deal with all that damage that can be coming out from LGD. They're going to be able to counteract a lot of it. Not just that, they're going to get a couple timings together, it might seem, here for VP, as the Blink Dagger from Roger is only 600 gold away. And if we look at the initiation from LGD, it's kind of limited until they get that like Blink Dagger either on the Sven or on the Tidehunter, which they both do have queued up. It will take them some time. So Roger could come in really clutch if he's able to get that one at an early pace, and they're giving him the farm. Very close to that Blink. They're all already grouped up. The Brew Split is available again.
And LGD just avoiding VP entirely for now. See if they do anything about this tier 2 tower push. TP does come in from Xnova. with the push of the Necro, but VP doing a lot of damage to this tier 2. LGD will start to get close to the tier 2 top. Maybe think about looking for a trade, but it's not going to be easy. Bottom lane, Pasha trying for the wraparound. X-Nova's already out of there, but the tower goes down before the 16-minute mark. VP continuing to keep the pressure up.
X-Nova.
They want to try and dive this. They're going to. Ramses goes straight forward up to the high ground. X-Nova's dead. Killing spree for Ramses. TPs will start to now come through from PSG LGD, but VP are able to easily back off, get themselves out of there.
They got what they wanted. They can get an extra kill out of it. They've got map control too. LGD not looking to want to fight until I believe they have those blinks. I think they need some easier ways to set up the fights to be able to just instantly kill someone on the side of VP. VP, when they're all rallied together, they're just seeming way too strong right now. And now the blink dagger is already finished up for Roger.
The morph so early on, it doesn't matter if Ramses is committing, the way that getting long HP, because there will be that burst here, and time to shift back. He can play so, you know, you look at these guys, them up a little bit. Now down bottom, they don't have enough. There's a morph. Split's going to be out. Ramses is actually able to get really active. They're going to surround him, and because they have this mid down, it enables the morph so early on. It doesn't matter if Ramses is committing, getting long HP, because there will be that burst here, and time for him to shift back. He can play so aggressive. Taking down Arme, the most spawned hero across on LGD's lineup. It's going to be out. He just gets shredded by these towards Arme. They're going to surround him. Another heal bomb for Noah. Arme down He's been abandoned. They've abandoned him. They know that there's no hope for Arme.
This is the setup that's going on for the Brew. He's able to do so much, and now we're wondering.
Making moves there with just the two of them. Taking down Arme, the most spawned hero, of course, on LGD's lineup. He just gets shredded by these heroes in the lane. But
in this game, just be able to get how much he got down bottom because of the fissure blocks and everything. He's still got so much done.
He's in the zone now.
This is the setup that's going on for the Brew. It's seeming to do so much, and now we're wondering really potent how much aggression they can really start over the early game. And whenever he has allowed Ramses to pretty much do whatever he wants with Ramses, maybe a bit of he's going greedy. He actually had the position for Lincolns, and he's like, find the point booster. I'm being set up. I'm getting ready for my Aghanim. You know, I'm just starting. He's still got so much done. I know we're going to get to this combo as we see that DOTA plus win probability or with the dazzle. It's highly favoring VP. Really powerful. But LGD, they've got their timing now. They've got over the early blink on Chalice. Allow Ramses to pretty much do whatever he wants with Ramses. He's going greedy. He actually has the gold with Lincolns, and he's like, find the point booster. I'm going to set up. I'm getting ready.
He's still alive because of the fact that Roger's able to
I know what we're going to get to in this point. You see that DOTA plus win probability ready. But LGD, they've got their timing now. They've got the blink on Chalice. Are they going to be fighting?
To Noah with the gush, another curse thrown out by Solo, still won't be a global and Chalice. Or maybe they're winning. He's actually still alive because of the fact that Roger's able to throw himself in.
That's the one thing, they're playing around that long cooldown timing.
Keeping Solo safe, the heal for their Chalice without pulling the damage. Ramses will get the ball.
Ramses, he actually clipped the shrine.
Find any more? They'll start to move across. Noah with the gush, another curse thrown out by Solo onto both X-Nova and Chalice. They're trying to chase for more here, LGD.
They know there's no Brew split. That's the one thing. They're playing around that long cooldown timing. Trying to dive.
Pressure on. Looks like he may be a little too deep for them to continue to dive.
Ramses, he actually clicked the shrine, but he didn't click his attribute shift. So he just gets caught by the stun and dies. If he gets the shift off, he might be all right just there.
Chalice making quite a beat down here from VP.
Gold from swings.
Got the constant dispels.
Roger, he finds Roger. Roger was trying to sit at the backlines in the river looking for a potential to get him with the Blink Echo, but Arme finds him.
And how quickly the tides have turned.
Oh yeah, with Ramses falling like that, and Arme and Somnus getting involved in these big kills. The slight gold difference swings back in LGD's favor.
Now you have to be wondering if how painful that point booster picked up by Ramses was instead of having a Lincolns in the fight. He would have had it finished. He had the gold when he went to go purchase it. If he gets punished for his greed. As not only just that gold lead swing, you see the experience. It was 2K in advantage for VP. It swings heavily up towards LGD.
Let's see how the gold swings here around these runes. Bounty rune wise, LGD, they've got heroes set up, down, bottom. They're going to be able to get the majority of them. Oh no, wait, it's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Pasha was able to get both of those.
The bottles sometimes confuse things. But they have their
it was 3 for 1, right? Yeah, it was 3 for 1.
3 for 1, you're right.
Yeah, the bottle confused
I saw an illusion.
Yeah, confused me as well. Maybe question myself, but yeah, they did manage to get the majority of LGD.
Yeah. Now they can go into this Roche Pit. They have their Brew split. They know that LGD does not have their Tidehunter Ravage or that God Strength, actually.
How long? Yeah, still a bit of time to God Strength.
Yeah.
Can they still try and push VP out of the pit?
Still sitting around the area.
If if they could time it right and get him with the stuns.
There's 15 seconds without Godstrip, but they have BKB on the spot.
Poking Chalice, he'll jump in to get the vision, stun out to Ramses. Now the primal split comes out from VP, and now it becomes a lot harder for LGD to get close to the pit, as Pasha will be able to hold the team away, get that space for Roshan to fall, and Aegis to be claimed by Ramses.
They might look for a fight anyway, though, on LGD, because they know that there's no split available. Chalice is committing forward. They're going to have Ravage, they're going to have God Strength and BKB on the Sven. They want somebody here.
They are committing far. You have to be a little wary of Roger having the Echo Slam available, but Somnus is ready to go in underneath the tower, stuns out from Arme, there's the God Strength, the shallow grave, keeping Roger alive. They'll try and get relevant. It's a 5-man Ravage, jumps in, Echo Slam's out, but he does nothing at all. The BKB's out from Arme. He'll turn over towards Noah. The stun control from X-Nova isn't enough. No one finally heals it. They've got the damage. LGD, they get both. As Chalice sees the perfect opportunity, he's not even done yet. Jumps in for another anchor smash. Keeps the pressure on VP as they're pushed back away from the tier 2 tower. And despite getting the Roche, getting the Aegis, they lose the following fight and they'll lose more map control.
It's the little things, right? Chalice just blinking into the pit there initially, giving vision, causing Pasha to kind of be like, oh my god, I actually need to split for this situation, allows them then afterwards, they know they have the way advantageous team fight versus VP when they don't have split available. Chalice with no fear. He's playing versus that lineup where he's like, they don't really have ways to burst me down as a tide runner in this game. With this hood available, he can just freely jump in like that. And yeah, like you said, the beautiful 5-man Ravages we're going to see again here.
I mean, it looked like maybe they'll lose a couple, but indeed, Chalice in the perfect position, even tickling Solo on the edge there. Every single member of VP caught out by that play.
And Pasha, you can tell he was like, I'm not liking this fight too much. He was even starting to TP out. Someone made the call, though, to try to keep it going, and they ended up losing a couple heroes there.
It doesn't get more perfect than that for this side hunter. 5K lead off the back of those plays. Roshan gone wrong, but not in the traditional sense. Where VP still managing to be the ones getting the Aegis, it did not matter.
Still gonna have, now they're gonna have Bruce Split available again, so like we're seeing, it's gonna be back and forth whenever these long cooldowns are off for VP, them looking to bring the fight. And they're pretty close to that Aghanims on the morph too, so he will also be pretty scary when he gets that. As we see that shift at the 18-minute mark, a 70% chance for that Dota plus 4 VP. Now all the way to that 50-50.
Roche is not always the answer. So LGD making that play. Not a play you always see, only so the top of the top teams would make that.
Yeah,
to go in aggressive after the other team gets Roshan and Aegis. Normally it's okay, they've got Aegis, we've got to reset. They're keeping the pressure on, and LGD, they're straight back in, looking for the next fight already.
Going for the big wraparound, but the scan comes out from VP. They think they got a slight vision of Ame there for a second there when they were trying to get the wrap. So you see LGD, they're trying to get the wraparound, get the backlines. Even though they're playing into the Bruce Split there, they're looking for the Earthshaker, they're looking for that Brewmaster. They're trying to catch it.
It's just every time that Ravage is back up,
yeah,
they're instantly looking for action. No slowdown in play from PSG LGD, and this is starting to be the tempo that the draft panel talked about. This is what you expect from this lineup.
The scan comes out from VP. They think they got a slight vision of Ame there for a second there when they were trying to get the wrap. Double BKBs at the ready, so they're trying to get the wraparound, get the backlines. Even though they're playing into the Bruce Split there, they're looking for the Earthshaker. VP just looking for that with this Aegis, they're not farming Aegis. Just get the Aghanims on that Morphling so they can start hopping around
looking for action.
As that Earthshaker inside
no
the fight,
slowdown in play from PSG LGD, and this is starting to be the tempo that the draft
LGD, they're staying in unison. Every single one of them playing around each other, all grouped up now from VP. They got a slight vision of Ame there for a second there when they were trying to get the wrap. Double BKBs at the ready, so they're trying to get the wraparound, get the backlines. Even though they're playing into the Bruce Split there, they're looking for the Earthshaker. VP just looking for that Brewmaster. They're not farming Aegis. Just get the Aghanims on that Morphling so they can start hopping around as that Earthshaker inside
no
the fight.
slowdown in play. Do have that Aegis on Ramses there. The lead in X-Nova gets the stun. They got Roger's dead. Pasha will get the ult out in time.
And you just said every single one of them playing around each other, all grouped up around the back away though. Pasha, that's a fully defensive split. Can't stay there. That's the other thing too, is trying to get the wrap on, get the backlines. Even though they're playing into the Bruce Split there, they're looking for the Earthshaker. VP just sure they can discuss some stuff, but just get the Aghanims on that Morphling very quickly hopping around to the combo of the flash plus that
no slowdown in play. Do have that Aegis on Ramses there. The lead in X-Nova gets the stun. They got Roger. Pasha,
Very free value in them, but no way flash shots. That goes like
you have that AC, you're just got to be there for
very free value in them, but no way flash shots. That goes like
cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this
They
time.
had a refresher shard as well, right?
He's not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this
They
time.
had a refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this
They had a
time.
refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this
They had a
time.
refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this
They had a
time.
refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this
They had
time.
a refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this time.
Refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this time.
Refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this time.
Refresher shard as well, right?
He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this time. He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive with the boys this time. He's sure he took his not dying today. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Mobile will be able to stay alive.
To him a little bit on the big stage. I'm not sure.
You think nerves?
I feel like
I just felt like
Nerves
maybe they
or
needed to be
nerves, maybe nerves.
nerves.
All right.
The nerves got.
That's what I was trying to say.
It just felt like maybe they needed to be a bit further ahead. Get ahead and get further ahead. I don't know. Let's check in with our wonderful Casey, who is out roaming the halls as ever, interviewing fans and generally having fun.
How you doing, Red Eye? I'm doing good. We are here interviewing fans
With
here
our
live in the
wonderful
crowd.
Casey, who is out
pretty good
roaming the
game one,
halls
yeah.
as ever.
That was an awesome game one. I think that's
interviewing
Ti9's off to a pretty good
fans
start.
As do I. But
generally
let's hear about what
having
our
fun.
fans think. First How you things doing, Red Eye? first, about this young man. We are here interviewing fans
With
here
our
live in the
wonderful
crowd.
Casey,
You're
who
live
is
streaming
out
right
roaming the
now.
halls
I don't know
as
if you guys
ever.
can see this,
That
but
was
he's
awesome.
actually
interviewing
live
fans
at the
and-
moment. As do I. But let's hear about what our fans think. First things first.
That's right. I'm here.
About this young man. We are here interviewing